All right, let's dive straight into this explainer and get you perfectly prepped for that Chapter 2 biology exam on plant tissues. We're going to break this whole chapter down so it's not just easy to memorize, but actually makes perfect logical sense to you.
I mean, have you ever actually stopped to wonder how a completely stationary organism manages to breathe, eat, grow, and protect itself without ever taking a single step? Think about a giant oak tree in your neighborhood. It doesn't have a heart, it doesn't have lungs, and it certainly can't run away from danger. Yet, it thrives and grows massive. How exactly does it pull that off?
To solve this mystery, here's our game plan. First, we'll meet your plant tissues. Then we'll cover the growth engine, the protective shield, the plant's bulk, and the transport system, before wrapping up with a final exam review recap.
So Part 1. Meet your plant tissues. Okay, here's that textbook definition you're absolutely going to need for the test. A tissue is a group of cells similar in structure and performing similar functions within an organism. Now, to make this super easy to remember, we're going to use the rule of 4 and picture the plant as a living, breathing city with 4 specific types of infrastructure. Just like a real city relies on different specialized workers, builders, security guards, delivery drivers, a plant is made up of specific groups of cells, or tissues, working seamlessly together to keep the whole operation running.
Which brings us to Part 2, Meristematic, the growth engine.
Think of this tissue as the plant's dedicated construction crew, handling overall growth and repair. The textbook actually shares a pretty fantastic real-life example for this. Remember Haritha from the text? She watched a gardener clip the tips off some plants, and then learned that cutting the top actually forces branches to grow out from the sides. She's kind of confused by this, like, how does a plant keep growing if you just chopped off its tip? Well, the secret is meristematic tissue, which is really just a fancy term for continuously dividing cells. When you snip off the top part, known as the apical meristem, the lateral meristem on the sides basically kicks into high gear, making the plant grow wider and bushier.
And this classic onion bulb experiment from the chapter illustrates that perfectly. When you pop an onion in a glass of water, those roots just grow continuously downward. But if you take some scissors and cut those tips right off, the downward growth completely stops. Bam! Done. This proves that meristematic tissues are what drive that overall growth and repair. They are actively dividing to create either vertical length at the tips or lateral girth along the sides.
Now, what's really wild is that under a microscope, you can literally see where these tiny, thin-walled, dividing cells live right at the growing root tip. Just look at the zone of cell division. These cells are small, packed with cytoplasm, and have really prominent nuclei. Why? Because their one and only job in life is to constantly multiply and push that root deeper into the soil.
Moving on to Part 3, dermal, the protective shield.
This tissue right here acts as our city's security wall. The crucial takeaway for your exam is that dermal tissue wraps the entire plant body. It acts just like your own skin, protecting the plant from the harsh outside world. This single, continuous outer layer is absolutely essential for protection. But, a plant can't just be completely sealed up in a vault. It needs to interact with its environment. So this dermal layer also handles gaseous exchange, which is just a fancy word for breathing, and transpiration, which is the release of excess water vapor.
Take a look at this actual leaf peel under the microscope. You'll see the dermal layer isn't totally solid. It actually includes stomata, these tiny little pores that allow the plant to breathe and exchange gases. Think of stomata as controlled security gates in our city wall. They open and close to let carbon dioxide in and oxygen out, all while keeping the sensitive inner workings of the leaf totally safe.
Next up, Part 4, ground, the plant's bulk.
Serving as the city's warehouses and physical foundation, ground tissue forms the vast bulk of the plant body. It's all about storage and support. For the test, you've got to remember these 3 specific subtypes. First up, parenchyma. These are soft, loosely packed cells that store food and water. Fun fact, if they have chloroplasts, they get a new name, chlorenchyma. And if they have large air cavities, like in water lilies, they're called aerenchyma. Second is collenchyma. These cells have thicker walls and give the plant flexible structural support. If you've ever eaten a stalk of celery and gotten those tough, bendy strings stuck in your teeth, yeah, that's collenchyma. Finally, we have sclerenchyma. This is the hardest support tissue out there, giving the plant rigid mechanical strength. It's the stuff that makes up the tough outer shells of nuts or the hard, woody bark of mature trees.
All right, Part 5, vascular, the transport system.
Okay, pay attention, because this is a classic exam trap. You must remember that xylem moves water up from the soil, while phloem distributes the food prepared in the leaves down and everywhere else. Together, these guys make up the vascular bundles. Just picture xylem as heavy-duty water pipes pulling water and salts up from the roots against gravity. Then picture phloem as a fleet of food delivery trucks, carrying the sugars synthesized during photosynthesis down and around to feed the rest of the plant. If you can just keep those two directions straight in your head, you are going to easily nail those multiple choice questions.
And finally, Part 6, the final exam review recap.
Seriously, go ahead and grab a screenshot of this right now. If you can memorize this rule of 4 table, you have basically mastered the entire core framework of Chapter 2. Let's just do one last rapid-fire review. Ready? Meristematic is your continually dividing growth and repair crew. Dermal is your outer covering, acting as the skin and regulating breathing through the stomata. Ground tissue forms the bulk of the plant, stores food, and provides all the structural support via parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. And lastly, vascular is your plumbing, handling the transport of water, salts, and food through the xylem and phloem.
As you head into your exam, keep that sense of wonder alive. I mean, it's pretty incredible to think that something as massive as a towering redwood tree operates entirely on the backs of these tiny, microscopic, specialized workers we just learned about. So, next time you walk past a tree, ask yourself, what other invisible worlds are just hiding out there in plain sight? Good luck on your test, trust your prep, and you are gonna do great.